Alright, how's it going everyone? We're coming back with another easy mode walkthrough video. In part 2, we went to the second bonfire in the Forest of the Fallen Giants. In this episode, what we're going to do is, for you guys, I think it would probably be best to go back to the Forest of the Fallen Giants. So that's what we're going to do. Make sure you follow this part nearly to the T, because I don't want you guys to like be dying or anything like that, okay? So anyhow, so first thing we're going to do is get over to the Forest of the Fallen Giants. So I'll see you guys there. Alright y'all, so here we are at the Forest of the Fallen Giants, and you see the thief over here. Look, she's the one who took the ring, alright? But that doesn't mean you can't talk to her, because, she has, acquired a multitude of things. And I know I talked about this stuff in the last episode, but something very important to note is that she has a fragrant branch of yore. Don't buy this. But she does have this, so when you get a chance and you have the coin, you probably want to pick it up, because as soon as you spend, I think it's like 10,000 souls from her, you already spent 1,000. Plus, if you took my advice and you got the hat, that's almost 2,000. But as soon as you spend enough, then she'll give you a covetous silver serpent ring. And that will increase the amount of souls that you obtain. So you'll earn your souls back in the long run. So the sooner you can get it, the better. But don't buy this. What we will be doing is buying this. You need to buy at least one. Take a look and see how many you hold. You want to have probably 3. So if you have at least 2, then just get 1 more or something like that, okay? Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come out here. Remember that dude on the right? I don't know about you guys, but I am probably going to farm him till he stops coming back, because I don't want him to mess my game up, you know what I'm saying? I'll come over here, and if something bad happens on that jump that I was talking about in the last one, then, see, there's an item over there. So you can jump across. There's it's very specific. It's kind of like a little secret. But if you die and then you're all raging and stuff, you'll come out here and this dude will just hit you, and that'll be very bad. So jump down here, and there you go. Now you can do, it's called a plunging attack. You can do that plunging attack on these dudes, and on pretty much anyone when you jump down, and it'll do like extra damage. You just hit R1 when you're falling or jumping down on something. And here's another jump. Hey, look at that, an effigy. If you don't die, you don't ever need them. There's the heavy attack move set. It's got a little wider swing to it, and we're going to be using it down here, I think, because there are a bunch of these hollow warriors. So pick up the drop, and alright, so it should be it. Yeah, see, there's another guy right there. And there might be, I always take a look, because there's a lot of guys down here, and they will start running at you and you don't even see them. Now, whatever weapon you're using, go for it. So I'm going to actually switch up my weapon, so I don't need to have strike damage necessarily. I'm going to show you guys the hand axe. Alright, so let me go ahead and start using this. Actually, you know what? I am going to switch back, because these guys are very armored. Alright, now it looks like you can get a backstab them. Something to note, you can never backstab these like turtle looking dudes. I think they're called like ironclads or something. There you go, 3 heavy attacks with the Morning Star, and you're good to go. I'll show you the difference. Alright, there's a foot soldier shield. And by the way, in the last one, speaking of shields, in the last one, I equipped this, but it's, you know, I can't use it. I don't have enough dex. I need a 13 dex, see? So I could use this one, but it's not really better. This Crimson Parma is alright for right now. And I'll show you what happens when you use a different kind of weapon. I'll use the hand axe. Even though it's got like really good scaling for my strength. Let's see what happens. See how many I'll use heavy attacks. We'll see how many heavy attacks I need in order to kill this guy. So I'm gonna aggro him over here so that I don't hurt the other guy, or aggro the other guy. Oh my god. So I barely even took, not even half his health yet. Make sure you keep an eye on your stamina meter. There you go. So, see how that is? It's a lot harder when you don't use the right tool for the job, you know what I'm saying? Against these guys, it don't really matter, you know? Because they don't have as much armor. Alright, there's another item over here we're going to grab before we go do something else. Alright, now you could go up this and leave, but what we're going to do is we're going to get a fire longsword. Alright, so there's a salamander in there. That's not something that you'd be able to kill right now, so don't even try. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sprint over here, grab that, open the door, get some iframes. Oh, shoot. I'm supposed to get iframes from opening doors. Alright, so there you go. We got in. And fire longsword. So I'm going to equip that right now. I'm going to show you guys. This is a really good early game weapon. Sprint out after he shoots his flames, and you should be all good. So longsword, a very good weapon. Like I said before, I don't do a whole lot of PvE or PvP, but like for PvP, the longsword is, a lot of people will tell you it's like the best weapon basically. As far as PvE goes, you know, I mean, any weapon is viable in PvE. It just depends on what you want to do. Some weapons are going to be better than others, but you know your move set. So there's going to be some enemies in there. So you know, wide swings with the R1, wide swings with the R2. But then when you two-hand it, you get thrusting R2s, and then the horizontal R1s. So we're going to two-hand it because it's a really tight corridor, and I don't want to get messed up. And do note that you don't have to have a shield to block. You can still block with R1. Okay, so I'm going to heal up a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and go. Alright, so last time we were using the daggers. I'm going to actually unequip those. And now that we have the short bow, I'm going to show you how that works. Alright, so now he's, oops. So now he's down on the stairs. Alright. There we go. And now we have the fire longsword. And we're back at the bonfire. Alright. So, I'm going to run with the fire longsword for a little bit, show you guys. Now, I will say this. At some point, you really should pick a weapon. Alright? And then, if you take a look at... If you've been following along, you should have what I have, basically. Which... minus maybe or maybe with an additional effigy. But you should have 3 Titanite shards, which if you talk to the blacksmith, you'll be able to upgrade your weapon to +2, which will do more damage, and that is always good. Very, very, very good. Alright, so we're going to continue on. Okay. Like I said, those thrusting attacks, there's another firebomb. Very good, because you get that extra reach, you know. Those of you using spears, you get some serious reach. And the cool thing with spears is you can attack and still have your shield up, which is super cool. Look, I didn't even need to get those fire bombs. You know what I mean? Now, if you want to, you could potentially farm right here and just like drop down, kill these 3, go back up, get some souls, you know, go back, level up, all that stuff. But we're gonna go back in a little bit, and if you have as many souls as I do, you know, I would probably just go back and level up, you know, because you don't want to die and lose all your stuff. You know, this is like probably another level or 2. Alright, so there's this dude. Alright, he's kind of sketchy. Alright, we're gonna go talk to him. But there's this dude up here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna come over here for a second. I'm gonna show you guys a little trick. Let's kill this guy real quick first. There are 2 tricks. 2 tricks. First trick is this. These casks have like flammable items. So if you can get him to attack. Yep. Now, I took some damage, but look at his health, right? Yeah, you could do it and not, you know, take any damage. That would be very, very good. Oh my gosh. I'm about to fall off the map over here. Yeah, that would not be good. Alright, so here's... Alright, hold on a second. I'm gonna switch this bow, put it in the other hand. Actually, there we go. Now you got, when you come down here, there's gonna be dudes shooting at you. I don't know if you heard him coming up. I did. But there's gonna be dudes shooting. So what I like to do is get some headshots and kill these guys, because you'll drop, because we're gonna drop down there, and they will just mercilessly shoot arrows at you, man. Like, it ain't no one's business, okay? And the cool thing is right here, when they shoot, it hits the big old tree root, you know what I'm saying? So, and there's another dude over here. I might have to scoot up. Oh, there, good, good. Alright, so this is the power of the bow. Alright, the bow, man. And there's another guy. Oh, that guy down there already attacked me. Oh, no, there he is. He's still there. Alright, let's go kill this guy first. Because this guy will mess with us too. Okay, now, he's going to come up. While he's coming up, I'm going to equip my fire bombs into my item slot. And we are going to gain access back to the bonfire. See, there he is. Let's see if he aggroes. Oh, see, he's just gonna try to snipe me. That's alright. Alright, while he's coming up, watch out for the guy up top. He's gonna start chucking stuff at you. And there you go. Now you've got a quicker way to come out here in case anything happens. So and these dudes are kind of a pain in the butt because they have the spears and they'll block you when you're trying to attack them. So you can do a forward and R1 at the same time, and that'll actually make them drop their shield. So you go like this, and that'll make them drop their shield. It's not a move that I do often, but I mean, it's something to know. Alright, looks like mostly everyone's dead except for that dude down there. Let's go kill him real quick, because I don't want him to be chasing after us. And who else is shooting at us? There's a guy down below, I think. Yeah, there he is. See, I'm getting a lot more drops because of this hat. So if you guys got the hat too, then you should be getting more drops. And that's going to help. This is going to make it easier, you know what I'm saying? It's like everything you can do to make it easier. Alright, actually, you know what? I'm going to get this first. So come down and grab the torch. I'll be honest, I'm feeling like I'm going to use my what you call it? Where am I getting shot from? There he is. Alright, now I have my life gems handy. Because in this game, like, I mean, you have so much healing. Especially if you're a cleric. You have so much healing. There's, like, no reason to be walking around with, like, anything around or less than half of your health. Like, you should pretty well be full, because like you'll get surprised here and there, even if you know the game. Like, they'll still surprise you and stuff, and you fall and take damage and, you know, miss your jumps and stuff like that. So there's a dude down there. Let's see if I can do this. Alright, come down over here. There's another shard for y'all. Okay, now at this point we are going to do a jump. Alright, so platforming in Dark Souls, that's the name of the game here. There's actually not a whole lot of platforming in this game, but early on there kind of is. Alright, so I'm just walking, I'm not running or anything like that. However, for this next one, you will have to run and jump. Okay. And there's a ladder, but we're not going to do that. We're going to come over here. Now, there's this guy. I told you there was this guy. Now, he's at the top of this thing, alright? And he is very sketchy because he has this key to this mansion for some reason. I don't know what the deal is with this guy. I think, I mean, and then when you kill bosses and stuff, he like lights candles and stuff. I kind of think like maybe he's like, you know, the actual B-E-E-G, you know, or B-B, big bad evil guy, B-B-E-G, because like he acts like he don't know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But he like knows, man. Like every single time when you kill a boss, like he knows the place where you go. He's gonna give you a key and stuff. He's talking about some curse. Like, he knows more than he's letting on, you guys. Don't let him fool you. Honestly, we should probably just kill him right now. But I mean, I'm not going to because, you know, this is a walkthrough, and it would be, you know, a little bit unprofessional of me to go around killing NPCs and stuff, because you'll see on other walkthroughs, people will straight up tell you, first thing you gotta do is go into Majula and kill the weaponsmith. You know what I'm saying? Or the armor smith, the armor seller guy, so that you can grab his clothes. But no, we ain't doing that. That's not what we're doing. We are going to be alright with these guys. Are you listening to what he says? So he's got this key. Where did he get the key? You know what I'm saying? You act like he's like found it inside this, you know, cave. Like he didn't find it in a cave.
Such a map to be chiseled in stone. I would not venture deep into the mansion.
See? He's like,
but I've heard disturbing noises.
Because he wants the stuff for himself. I'm telling you, man, this guy is sketchy. I wouldn't listen to him, honestly. I wouldn't. He's full of it, y'all. Alright, so we're going to climb up here, and we're going to the mansion, and we're going to combat these noises that he's talking about, alright, because there's some stuff that we need by those noises, and me specifically, because I told you that, you know, I'm going to be trying to do different things with this guide, alright, so let's go ahead and make our way to the mansion right now, actually. We got some souls. We're going to stop in Majula. We are going to... and by the way, do not... I can't... Look, I'm going to sit right here for a minute. For those of you who are fast-forwarding and stuff, don't go up the stairs or the ladder right here. Do not go up the ladder yet. For those who are trying to do this easy mode thing, don't go up the ladder. Alright, there is a semi-boss up there, and that's gonna be bad if you go upstairs, so just chill on that. Alright, we're gonna go to Majula, and we're gonna check out this mansion. Alright, I'll see you all there. Alright, so here we are in Majula. First thing we're gonna do actually is we are going to level up. Alright, so what I'm gonna do with leveling up, you guys do what you want to do, but I think that I'm pretty good with my strength and dex. Like, I'll be able to use most of the weapons and stuff like that. Certainly the weapons that I want to use. So I'm gonna focus on vigor. I'm gonna put what I can into it. I'm not going to exceed 20, like I said in the last episode, and it says that I need about 400 more, so I'm going to use this. This is going to give me, I think, 2,000, and this one will give me 1,000. I'm going to hold on to it for a second and see. Oh, look at that, man. Unbelievable. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. I don't need very much, but I'm going to show you something. I don't think these pigs will actually give me enough. Let me see if I got a... Alright, this weapon actually kind of downward thrusts a little bit. So I'm going to show you what happens with these pigs. I don't know if they'll give me enough XP, or souls, I mean, in order to level up. But, I'll show you what they do. And they'll just like attack you, man. And because I've got a downward thrusting weapon, you can kill them. But otherwise, you won't be able to kill them. You'll be sitting here swinging away, and you won't be able to kill them. So that gives me enough. So I'm gonna run back over here, actually, and level up one more time on my vigor. Or yeah, my vigor. I think in the first episode I called it Vitality, and that's because in Dark Souls 1, that's what it was called. Also in Bloodborne, it's called Vitality. So, FromSoft constantly, it seems like they're switching back and forth with which statistic and the name of what gives you health. So, in this one, Vigor. Alright. So, now we're going to go to this mansion. On the way to the mansion, we have This guy, that we didn't even talk to him in the first episode. This is the guy I was talking about. People will tell you just kill this guy because he's got the Telsadora equipment, and that will give you more souls.
Sorry, please do have a look at my... I could really use the business.
They act like he's so poor, man. This guy is a scammer. I'm not gonna lie, dude. This armor, he is a scammer, man. He talk about being so poor and blah 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 blah, and like, if as soon as you buy a certain amount of souls from him of equipment, he'll like be like, yo man, I'm so rich, I don't know what to do with the money. Like, this guy, I wouldn't even talk to him. These people at Majula get me so mad sometimes. They have problems, alright, I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like this is a cool place. Like, listen to the music. It's like, alright, yeah, this is cool, you know? But then you talk to people, and they're a bunch of, like, thieves and, like, I don't know, murderers and stuff. You gotta get this. This is so important, this Ferret Lockstone. That is gonna give us some rings and a slab and all sorts of goodies. So grab that. That's the first thing you need in this thing. I mean, but I will say this about the people of Majula. I mean, I guess we're kind of thieves too, because this is someone's house, and we're coming in here taking everything. So, I don't know. Now, this dude was talking about there's some sounds down here, like, don't come down here. This is where that map is. This dude says he's a cartographer. I think he's the mastermind, man, because when you kill bosses and stuff, these things will light up. How does he know? How did he know? You know? Anyhow. So he's like, oh, man, there's noises down here. Well, that's because there's a skeleton. Like, how would he not know what it is down here? He stands down here all the time. When he comes to the mansion, it's like, how would you not know, man? Alright, look, when they have their shield up like that, do not attack them, because they will parry you and then get a good riposte, and then you'll probably die. So, oh boy. Alright, run away for a minute. This dude probably gonna chase me. And that's alright. I'm gonna block his stuff and counterattack. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Now they can. There's other skeletons in the Forest of the Fallen Giant after you defeat first boss. And they actually also can drop human effigies. So if you're having trouble with human effigies, don't fret. You will very quickly be able to farm those things. So grab yourself an Estus shard, and then you can get one of these things. These are soul vessels. This you take to the like little hags or witches or whatever they are in the very beginning of the game, in the things betwixt, and you talk to one of them. They'll ask you if you want to give them the soul vessel, and if you do, you can actually respec your character. I think at maximum there's something like 6 or 7 of these. So that's per playthrough, actually. So you can actually, like, you can change up your character a bunch of times if you want to. Problem is that, like, if you change up your character, you're not going to be able to change up your enchantments and the shards you spend on your weapons. So, and armor and shields and whatever. So there is that, but you still can respec. So if you put points into, like, say for instance you're like, yo dungeon, I put a bunch of points into strength and I'm not even going to be using a strength weapon, you know, you can spec out of that stuff if you want. You can do it now, you can do it later, you can do it whenever. Alright, so now that we have the Lockstone, we are going to go back to the Forest of the Fallen Giants, and we are going to use it and get some rings. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alright everyone, here we are, Forest of the Fallen Giants. We're going to go through this shortcut right over here. Now, in the next, before we get to the next episode, this is a spot. I know I said, yeah, you can come down here and farm this area, and you can, it's decent. But this spot right here is actually pretty good because you've got a few of these soldiers, like right here, and then you have that ironclad. And those ironclads will drop, I think it's like somewhere around 500 souls. So that's quite a bit, and it's pretty lucrative. Now I'm gonna crush those things because I don't want that guy to throw a bomb, and I have issues because he'll blow it up and I'll take a bunch of damage, and then, you know, and then everyone's upset, you know what I'm saying? So this guy's gonna aggro, come over here. Like I said, see, now he's got his shield up, you know what I'm saying? So kind of almost have to wait for him to attack. Oh. Yeah, I pressed the heavy button and not the light button. I was gonna shield bash him and show you guys how that looks. But first, let's do something here with this guy. And headshots do more damage, so there's really no reason to not do a headshot, you know what I'm saying? You're going to use less arrows. And that's the moveset for those guys. 2 swipes and a downward chop, so just kind of wait and then attack them. Okay. Alright, now here's the deal down here, you guys. First thing, scroll, slide down, grab this. Alright. And the next thing is, there's basically a dude right there. He's Pate. We're going to talk to him in a little bit. There's stuff over here. These guys throwing fire bombs at casks of gunpowder. And, you know, that's always fun. And then on the right-hand side, you have, like, I think it's 5 ballista just pointed right at the doorway, you know, and they're armed and ready to roll. Like, they're just sitting there waiting for you to peek your head. So what you want to do, there's actually a couple times what I've done is like peek and then peek again, because there's a guy who's going to charge us, and if you do that, then he'll take all the ballista damage, and then you have one dead. So peek. That was close. Alright, now a bunch of them are going to be coming. That's where the longsword is going to be a very good thing to have. So you got those wide swings. You can attack multiple dudes at a time. And I don't think there's any more. I think it's just those. Yeah. Alright, now I'm just going to peek just to be sure. Alright. Now, let's get those drops. Great soul arrow, a spell, blue wooden shield, and a soul consumable. So, I think our shield is still better than those ones. Nope, it's a little bit better. So we're going to equip the blue shield. I think this is the cleric shield. Like if you pick the cleric class, I think that's the one you start with. Pretty decent physical resistance. See, it's like 85. The last one we had was, I think, a 60 or 70 or something like that. So, a little bit better. There's a shield that we're going to get soon that's actually even better than this. And we'll use that. So, look, this is trapped, you guys. Don't attack it, just open it and slide away. It could be a bunch of different type of things in there, but basically roll back at like a diagonal, not like a straight diagonal, not like 45 degrees, but like 25 degrees or something like that. Because if you go straight back, if it's arrows, you'll get shot with arrows, or crossbow bolts. If it's poison, then you also don't want to be right in front of it. So, okay, now I said we're going to use that lockstone, and here we go. These things right here is where you put lockstones. Now there's fake ones all around this world, but in this particular area, it is a very good usage because you get access to a very good ring and a slab. With the slab, you can actually, like, very early on, you can upgrade a weapon or a catalyst to +10. Because you'll already have that. Looks like somebody's trying to call my house, and it's annoying.
Call from important call.
Important call? I don't know if you guys can hear that, but...
Call from important call.
Do you hear that? How do they know it's an important call?
Call from important call.
Anyhow.
Call from important call.
How do they know it's important? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll get these phone calls and it'll say scam likely. Like I get it. You probably are a scam, but see, they figured it out. They're like, oh, we're showing up as scam likely, so we're just gonna say important call. Like, someone's gonna look at it and be like, oh my goodness, it's an important phone call. I better answer it. All right. So in order to open that door, just attack the door, and these dudes are gonna be like, what's going on in the other room? And there you go. Now you have access to the room because it's actually locked. So there's 2 more dudes, I think, in there. You don't want to aggro both. Just one at a time. This dude will probably see me when he turns. Yeah. See that longsword? Oh. Ooh, winged spear. Let's take a look at that boy. I might have enough. No, I don't. I don't have enough dex. Spears are dex weapons, basically. But, yeah, winged spear is a pretty decent weapon if you get one of those. Alright, so here's the other ring, and we're going to equip both of these. And a large Titanite shard. So, let's take a look at our inventory real quick. Get Corinthi ring, life ring, and if you didn't already have the blue seal ring, you can equip that. So the Corinthi ring is going to give us better stamina regen. So like when we roll around or attack or anything like that, the meter will fill up quicker. The life ring, you can actually see it looks like I took extra damage, but the life ring gives you, I think it's 10%. The regular life ring gives you plus 10% health, so HP. And the large shard is going to be able to enchant or level up your weapon to +4. So see how many. So we've got 5 regular shards. Once we have 6, then we can actually get a +4 weapon, because it takes one regular Titanite shard to level up to +1, 2 to level up +2, 3 to level up +3, and then 1 large one to level up to +4. Alright, so here's the deal. There's 2 ways we can go. We can come down this way, we can come down this way, and then go up above and do all this stuff over there. So first thing we're going to do is come over here. Now before you go in there, make sure you talk to this guy.
Hello there. Well,
This guy, there's 2 dudes, there's 2 NPCs that like pretty much hate each other. This is one of them. He's kind of a, I don't know, jerk, because he's like, yo man, check out what's going on over here, man. See, there's treasure, bruh.
I saw the same design earlier. I was with this warrior, you see. The rather brusque fellow tried to swipe it. I still have the gent's ring. I do hope he wasn't harmed.
See, he's like pushing people in and stuff, being like, yo, there's like some enemies, but there's treasure over there, man. And then like, how did he get the ring? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, he like gave me the ring. No, he stole it off his body. And then it bring, you know, the question of like, how did you get over there and then get the ring without this thing closing up behind you? So anyhow, if you have a weapon that can actually thrust or hold down an area with a vertical swipe, that's what you want to have. So in this case, what I'm going to do is actually, I am going to equip the Morning Star again. No, you know what, forget that. I'm going to equip the Fire Longsword. and I'm going to thrust, because these dudes will come straight out of this doorway right here, and if you can kill a few of them before they all come out. Alright, so here we go. And now there's only one left. So, like I said, if you can attack them while they're bunched up at this doorway, then you'll be all good. And there's like nothing else in this little area right here. He's talking about some treasure. Like, for sure there's treasure in here. Like, what are you talking about, this? Like, really? Now, if you didn't know any better, you would just leave. Think he's a complete liar. And he is. Because he didn't know that there was a secret door right there. For those of you who did not start as a mage, but want to be one, now you have the Sorcerer's Staff. Alright? A couple things about using it. You have to have, in order to cast the lowest spells, you have to have at least a 10 intelligence. And in order to like memorize spells, you have to have, I think at the lowest is like a 10 attunement. So like for instance my character, it would require a little bit of stat investment. I'd have to use 8 levels to even barely begin to cast any spells at all. So something to consider. Alright, so now talk to this dude again.
I hope that brave warrior didn't come a cropper either. Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits.
So he makes it seem like he's a nice guy, and he's like, oh yeah, here's this thing.
Call out for help, Twant. With luck, somebody will lend you out.
Now, to be fair, now that you've talked to him and stuff, and he's kind of like on your good side-ish, kind of,
I hope that brave...
he will put his sign down in front of the doorway for the first boss. So, you know, if you talk to him, you go through that little piece of quest line, then, you know, the boss will be a little bit easier for you to tackle. Alright, so run past here, stay close to the wall on the right hand side, and then kill this guy. Be careful, because he's up against the wall, and if you try to attack against the wall, remember what happens, okay? Alright. Well, these dudes, they have these super wide swings, so when you're attacking them, just be careful. Yeah, 'cause sometimes you'll attack them and they'll be like in mid-swing, and then you'll get hit. So a lot of soul consumables. We'll be using those to level up here in a little bit. We're nearly done. We just got one more thing to do, and we're gonna go back to Majula. So last things that we got to do is come up here. Now, if you have a ranged weapon, like if you've been doing basically what I've been doing, then you should have at least one short bow. So what you want to do is use that again. Use it here, and because these dudes could be very problematic for you in a multitude of ways. Like I said before, they'll throw fire bombs down at you. But when you go to this area, because you can see that chest right there, they'll all try to gang up on you. And there's another dude you can't even see. Now, the light crossbow, look, if you want to use crossbows, use crossbows. I'm not a crossbow guy. There's a couple of them that are pretty good in this game, though. So you can go ahead and do whatever. Now, this is the first time you see something like this. If you look closely, you're like, what the hell is going on here? How is there a shadow, like, right there? Well, apparently there's a lot of these like hidden characters or whatever in the map. And if you go through into NG Plus, you can buy some of these wings. You might have seen them on someone else's video. You can buy these wings that will make it so you don't like fall when you like jump down and stuff. Also, it'll poison everything around you. And the cool thing about that is that when you're walking around places like this and there's one of these hidden dudes, they'll automatically start getting poisoned, and then you'll see them. So, something pretty interesting. Now, there is a dude down here. All right. Now, if you have a magic spell or whatever, you should be able to shoot him because the staff is up a little higher. But for me, I might not be able to hit him with this. Oh, I can. Alright, now the reason why I kill him before going over there is because I'm going to try to make this jump, and if I don't make the jump, I'll fall down and then he'll just attack me. And this way, I don't have to worry about that. So come over here, grab this, and one of these two holes in the wall have a cart underneath it. I think it's this one. It has a cart underneath it, and it looks like the cart is damaged already. So you could normally drop down on the cart and then you don't take as much fall damage, but I mean, it's whatever. They did give the mail breaker in the chest, and interestingly, the mail breaker, it says it has shield piercing effect. So I'm gonna kind of play with this. I usually don't use this one, but it has its uses. This weapon can be very useful because when people are like shielding, you can still attack them like through the shield and still do some measure of damage. The other thing is there's this one boss, it's like a spider boss, and it has this like armor that you cannot penetrate with normal attacks, but if you have this thing, you can actually attack straight through the armor, because otherwise you could only attack the head of the spider. It has like two heads. So this is kind of a little interesting thing having to do with this weapon. Kind of makes it viable for certain situations. Alright, I'm going to heal up, and I'm actually going to switch off my dagger. Alright, this dude actually isn't trying to attack me. He does this. Oh. Yeah, they were basically, there's a spot above us here, and for whatever reason, when you come out there, sometimes they'll just run out this door. So yeah, you can get some free souls because they won't attack you at first. They're not aggroed on you. So this dude, and we'll open that door here in a minute. That's how you get up top. Once you kill the boss here, then you can do that. But first, now I know you see this thing down here. Just wait a minute. All right, don't go there yet. Because there's something we have to do first. We have to come over here and open up this shortcut. All right. Now, I will say that there's an ironclad over there that sometimes will aggro when you are in this area. It's really strange, but it does happen. And so anyhow, let's see if I can attack this guy. Oh my goodness. Daggers. Two-hand this thing. Look at how much damage that did. Holy smokes. Oh gosh. The reach of this thing is awful though. Alright, so enough of this. We'll go back to my Morningstar because we are about to fight the Ironclad, and in fact, kill this guy. Oh goodness. Alright, so I've been getting a whole bunch of these life gems. Now the cool thing about these is that you find them all around. The bad thing about their type of healing is that they will like slowly heal. So that's usually bad. It can be good, like if you're taking poison damage, so that you'll like basically it'll offset the poison damage. Any kind of dots for that matter. Alright, so we just picked up the large leather shield, and take a look. A lot of people don't really even pay attention to that, even going over there to get it, but it has a 90% physical reduction. Okay, it's not like the best shield, okay, it's not, but it is a pretty good shield, especially like first level. If you started off without a shield and stuff like that, like it's pretty good. Alright, don't get greedy against these guys. Just a couple attacks. Make sure your stamina meter is high before you attack, so you can roll out. If you're using a strike weapon, that's all good, man. It's all good. Okay, so we're gonna grab this, but actually, for this one, I'm gonna put the fire longsword on, because there's gonna be some dudes dropping down, and it's going to be kind of nice to have the downward attack because of the terrain here. And there you go. The right tool for the job is what I always say. Another bandit knife. And I don't know if you noticed, but I picked up the halberd, and that is a pretty good weapon. A lot of people do like it. I don't really prefer it. It has a decent amount of stamina usage per swing, and it doesn't do a ton of damage. But on the plus side, and by the way, that's how you get down to the first boss. We're gonna go back to Majula first. But on the plus side with the halberd is that it has a decent reach. So I mean, a little bit plus and minus, and it's a dex and strength weapon, I believe. So, all right. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go back to Majula, level up, and I might do a little bit of farming. There's a couple spots I told you about. Spot right here. There's a spot down below. There's Hyde Tower, and that's actually where we're gonna start up on the next one. We're gonna go to Hyde Tower. So if you can farm up a little bit, farm up on the Hyde's Tower, gain a few levels, because there's something that we need from Hyde's Tower. I think I said that we're gonna be checking it out on the last episode, but for sure this next one, this stuff was pretty easy. I don't want to make it too hard, and getting the thing that's over there is going to pretty well make a good chunk of the rest of the early game a lot easier, especially if you've been dying. So I will see you guys next time, and this is Dungeon with the easy mode walkthrough. Bye everyone.